Well, I wanted to share this before. Here it is. We're a few minutes before 3 o'clock, friends. So if you're watching already, still sharing. All right, with that, I'm done sharing online, getting ready to actually put the computer where it will sit, and I can see what's going on. La-di-da. How you doing? I see there's one other person besides myself. I assume I'm seeing my own self there as one of the viewers. But one never knows, do one. There we go. Not too bad, eh? Think you can see me. It is strange that this thing turns me around and makes me look left-handed and left-eyed. I don't even have on my necklace. That's the Burning Man. Where is it? There we go. Same as on my hat. I hope the chat is enabled here because I see two other people now. Hello, hello. I hope you'll identify yourselves. Say hi in the chat. Request a song. Thank you for tuning in. And now, ladies and gentlemen, live and direct from his little RV on a little patch of land near Tascadero, California. It's the second ever shelter at home edition of the BanjerDan show. As always, I start out by playing something by the great and mighty Earl Scruggs. And as always, I start by saying, wow, Banjos rock! That's right. Wow, banjos do rock. I'm going to tilt this down a little so you can see the right hand and step back a little bit here. Then it cuts off my hat and I look ridiculous. So what can I do? I probably look ridiculous anyway, don't I? Howdy, friends. I see a couple of comments. Hi, Dan. Hi, Matt. Daryl. Hi. Do you remember playing with JB and Johnny Lawless and the guys in the basement of the Cleveland, Ohio? It was part of a concert, you guys were amazing. Well, yeah, JB Beverly and the Wayward Drifters. A basement in Cleveland. I remember playing at the Agora quite a few times, but not a basement in Cleveland. We covered a lot of miles in that band, didn't we? All right. Well, the wind is whipping through the trees like a train through this old town. Now that everybody is gone, that heartache comes around. Tonight, the moon just will not shine, and I can't see the stars. Got nothing to think about except this broken heart. Well, the one I love has gone away, 'cause she could not be true. So I packed my things, took off that ring and put on my rambling shoes. I walked out the door like I'd done before, but this time with a plan. Gonna pick me some tunes by the light of the moon, roaming across the land. And I'll be that wayward drifter, walking down the railroad track. Man, if I get gone, I'm rambling on, I ain't coming back. From the switchyard with this old guitar, I'm heading to your town. I'll sing you a song all night long, but I can't stick around. It's been a long time since I did this song. Let me remember the second verse. Another town gone, another lonely song, another endless mile. I could always stay and change my ways, but that just ain't my style. I can't remember it, buddy. I guess I'll keep on walking and hopping on those freight trains, 'cause with my 5-string and without that ring, I ain't got no complaints. I'd love to spend another night with every one of you, but I love the feel of the rumbling steel, and I've gotta push on through. And I'll be that wayward drifter, walking down the railroad track. If I get gone, I'm rambling on, and I ain't looking back. Getting a little close to home right now that I can't go out on the road and go see people. And I realize in a way that this isolation thing is just like how I normally live. I just kind of hang out by myself unless I got a gig or, a place to play, to be a busker or be at the dockside in Morro Bay. And I'm lucky that way. I can live this simply. And but that's kind of where I get my human contact. My friends are the people that I see when I perform, and I don't usually have folks over. I don't usually go to folks' homes. I used to play cards quite a bit, but I've kind of stopped doing that. So so that's what I miss is performing, and this isn't quite like having an audience here. I see three, and I'm glad to see you. Let's see, I can barely read. Probably the night after the Agora being hung over. Wow, beautiful banjo. Oh well, thank you. Hey, take a look at this. I don't know if the detail. There you go. You can see the detail of the resonator there. This is a book matched uh, walnut burl done by my friend Dylan Edwards at the Deering Banjo Company. I've been playing Deering GDL banjos with the walnut necks and the walnut veneer for half my life. I think they're the best, and sad to say I lost two of their banjos, and they've been good to me to remake one of these. All right, back to work. Darling, you can't love one. Darling, you can't love one. You can't love one and have any fun. No, darling, you can't love one. Darling, you can't love two. Darling, you can't love two. You can't love two, and your little heart be true. No, darling, you can't love two. I'm riding on the new river train. Riding on the new river train. Same old train that brought me here, gonna carry me away again. Darling, you can't love three. Darling, you can't love three. You can't love three and still love me. No, darling, you can't love three. I'm riding on the new river train. Riding on the new river train. Same old train that brought me here, gonna carry me away again. Darling, you can't love four. Darling, you can't love four. You can't love four and have them lined up round the door. No, darling, you can't love four. I'm riding on the new river train. riding on the New River train. Same old train that brought me here, gonna carry me away again. And darling, you can't love fine. Darling, you can't love fine. You can't love fine, so don't give me that jive. Darling, you can't love fine. I'm riding on the New River train. Riding on the New River train. Same old train that brought me here, gonna carry me away again. Same old train that brought me here, gonna carry me away again. There you go, friends. New River Train. That's an old folk song, I guess I learned from Doc Watson. Possibly the Clarence White and the Kentucky Colonels. Is the volume sufficient? I'm looking at the little mic thing, and it's only going up to 3. So would someone out there, I see there are 3 of you out there, could you comment and let me know? Woot hoot, beautiful, but hi, Jeff. Well, thank you. Oh, well, thank you. All 4 of my daughters play in a family band. My mic is, I'm just using the mic in the computer. So I think I have to settle to not give you guys a really good look at my fingerboard or my right hand. But I think I need to get a little closer to the thing. And yeah, I guess it's also going to cut off top of my head unless I get a little closer like this. All right, so what can I tell you, friends? This is a work in progress, and maybe I'll go out and buy a microphone or something. Back to work, banjo player. From what I've been hearing here, you've really got it made. You've got a lot of fellers on your lover's hit parade. If I can't be your number one, I don't know what I'll do. I want to be promoted to the top. I'm so in love with you. On your hit parade of love, I know I'll never stop. I got a long, long way to climb before I reach the top. But if I do get there soon, I'll really have it made. And then I'll know I'm number one on your lover's hit parade. Now it's your heart I'm after, dear, 'cause it's so nice and kind. Another one to take your place would sure be hard to find. So put your arms around me and be my turtle dove. And then I'll know I'm number one on your hit parade of love. On your hit parade of love, I know I'll never stop. I got a long, long way to climb before I reach the top. But if I do get there soon, I'll really have it made. And then I'll know I'm number one on your lover's hit parade. Now if we work together like all true lovers should, we can make a go of it, everything might turn out good. We could have so much fun, we'd really have it made. And then I know I'm number one on your lover's hit parade. On your hit parade of love, I know I'll never stop. Got a long, long way to climb before I reach the top. But if I do get there soon, I really have it made. And then I'll know I'm number one on your Lovers Hit Parade. Then I'll know I'm number one on your Lovers Hit Parade. All right. Jimmy Martin and the Sunny Mountain Boys. I learned her from the Seldom Scene. Here you have it. I know that I'll be able to stand up and sit down to show you the right hand on every solo there. It's a little trebly. We don't care. It's great to see you today. Well, thank you. It's great to see you. I can't see you, but thank you for being here. If you don't mind, if you could check on the Facebook and see if I don't think I'm broadcasting there, am I, on my Facebook channel? I think I just put a link that says you can go here. And maybe I need to turn that on at the same time. I'm so green at this that I just don't know. But those of you who are here, but by gum, thanks for being here. It means a lot. You can request a song and I'll play it for you. One of my favorite people, great singer and songwriter, and all around just amazing person, Martha Adcock, wrote this amazing song called Dog. Hey, follow me on home, dog. I've been gone so long, dog. I ain't got no more home than you. Hey, where'd you get that bone, dog? Bring it on along, dog. I wish I had one too. Have you got a name? Well, I believe that I'm the same. Got no more name than you. Hey, seems like I've always been alone, dog. I've been gone so long, dog. Have you been a rambling too? Hey, follow me on home, dog. I've been gone so long, dog. I ain't got no friend but you. Hey, follow me on home, dog. I've been gone so long, dog. I ain't got no more home than you. Hey, where'd you get that bone, dog? Bring it on along, dog. I wish I had one too. Have you got a name? Well, I believe that I'm the same. Got no more name than you. Hey, seems like I've always been alone, dog. I've been gone so long, dog. Have you been around I've been gone so long, I ain't got no friend but you. There you go. That's a song by Martha Adcock. Daryl, do you have a favorite gospel? Not really. Actually, I do have a one that's close to gospel. A little uncomfortable singing a lot of those songs anymore. But this is one that I learned from the Seldom Scene again. They put this on an all gospel record called Baptizing, but if you listen to the lyric, it's kind of like gospel for the rest of us. I'll put it that way. How about that? I'm a hobo on a freight train to heaven. Well, the holy men say this world's in decay and there's a moral depression at hand. Maybe I'm as depressed as all of the rest, but I'm doing the best that I can. They're preaching repentance, passing down sentence before my defense can reply. And I've struck from their list of those who are blessed with a ticket to heaven on high. And I'm a hobo on a freight train to heaven. I ain't got a ticket, just stealing a ride. I'm not welcome aboard their train to the Lord, but I'll bet he'll be glad that I tried. Well, I'll double dog dare them to show me just where the proof is that I've gone astray. All the wild oats I've sown and the women I've known, I've loved in a most heavenly way. I harbor affection for the wondrous selection of things of which I'm not ashamed. So when Gabriel cuts loose, I'll hop that caboose and ride that glory-bound train. 'Cause I'm a hobo on a freight train to heaven. I ain't got a ticket, just stealing a ride. I'm not welcome aboard their train to the Lord, but I'll bet he'll be glad that I tried. I'm not welcome aboard their train to the Lord, but I'll bet he'll be glad that I tried. There you go. I'm a hobo on a freight train to heaven. Don't have a set list, friends. I see you're watching. So, new subscriber, Jeff, why, thank you for subscribing. I see that. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very close to getting all this YouTube stuff set up. Maybe I'll have to get a camera. Maybe I'll have to get a microphone. You know, I'll do what I got to do because I can't perform. And that's, I was telling my neighbor, that's kind of what kills me because I'm used to being at home alone a lot, kind of a homebody when I'm not out there performing. And because I take such pleasure in performing, and that's where I get to meet people and hang out. So it's a little strange not to perform, and that's why I'm doing this twice a week from my home. Behind me, you can see a drawing that my niece did many, many years ago. I guess, gosh, she's in her 30s now. I hate to think of that. And there behind me is a poster from the Wayward Drifters and Hank 3 tour back in 2005. And I guess, Daryl, maybe you saw the part of that tour. I think I might have to turn on my what do you call it, Facebook page here, and just make sure that I'm broadcasting from there. Maybe I've got to do that. That might suck, but it might not. And the question is, I hope I'm still going live on YouTube right now, which I know is going to be very exciting for you. But if I'm on the BanjerDan page and I go live right now, welcome to live producer. I don't care. Oh my gosh. Waiting for live video, event logs, go live now. Yeah. Why not? Share to a page, I imagine. Yeah, I imagine it's BanjerDan. Right. Oh, video title. Well, it's aren't you excited to watch me type here, friends? Video title, BanjerDan. Shelter. Ah! Shelter. Home. Number 2. And I think I'll just start now. Yeah. I can figure out go live now. Let's do it. Waiting for live video. Waiting for live video on Facebook. Probably silly of me to be doing this. All right. I'm going back to my YouTube page so I can see what I'm doing. And you guys can let me know, please, online. Jeff, will you be at the banjo camp again? No, I won't, for a couple of reasons. Mainly going to both Bela and Burning Man last year blew through more of my budget than I had planned. And I got enough out of that one that I haven't even started to tackle in a big way yet. That I think it would behoove me to let some other folks in this year. It's a lot of time and trouble for me to go all the way from California to North Carolina. But I think it's likely that I'll go back in 2021. Noam gave us this really amazing right hand work that we are not supposed to share online or anywhere else, the materials we were given. So I won't get into it. But he does some really intricate right hand things that I don't think other people have done before, which is what makes Noam Noam, right? Here we go. I can get this fifth string to tune up. I don't even like the fifth string capo, but I do have to use it. Come on, where is it? Wow, this string won't go even go under. Well, that's new and exciting, friends. But watch this. If I can't use this capo that's built into the fifth string, into the neck here for some reason. Oh, there it is. Never mind. So in order to play in B without a capo, you see what I do. All right. I'm going to double check this one time. See what's going. All right, forget this. Back to you folks. You're going to get my attention now. So I'm going to move back a little bit, and you can see how I play in the key of B without a capo on, okay? Most banjo players don't, but I'm stubborn, so here's how I do There you go, a little B without a capo on. B without a capo on. And then once you got the capo at B, the fifth string at B, thank you, Jeff. Not seeing you on Facebook, but is there a link on my at the top of my page or my thing saying that I'm starting, and here's where you click, hopefully. And thank you for communicating with me, Jeff. And I see there's a Daryl is there, and one other person. It might be me somehow, maybe because I'm tuned into myself. Yes, there's a link to here. Good. Okay, I guess that's the best I can hope for, right? Any questions about banjo or technique, or questions about anything? Or should I just play whatever comes to mind? I was just saying, actually, excuse me, having just played one in B, and now that my fifth string is tuned to B, a high B, the next logical key to play in is E. My warm-up routine, I don't really have a warm-up routine anymore. If it's an important gig coming up and I know I'm going to be, that I have to really be focused, then I just play for, an hour or two before, I'd say a half an hour or so to an hour before I actually have to perform. I warm up a little bit and just kind of get loose. Um, I used to be very good at drilling and just not anymore. And perhaps when I crack out the Noam Pikelny tablatures and the Alan Mundy tablatures and all the ideas that Kristen Scott Benson discussed with us about this stuff, where you go, of course, which you get from your music theory classes anyway. Music theory classes, how all that works, and have I drilled all that in all the keys? No, I have not. I can look at a chart in any key and play through the changes and probably be able to analyze, unless it's something crazy like giant steps, then I could probably figure it out. But that said, I don't have a warm-up routine. Most of what I do is I play at a bar or at a restaurant where I'm almost like background music, even if I am entertaining. So I can just go right into it and kind of warm up by playing some Scruggs licks, just like I did here. I spent about 5 minutes listening up, and if you were watching from the start, you could tell that first run through of Lonesome Road Blues was not the most stellar playing I've ever done. So let's get back to work here, shall we? By the way, speaking of the Bela camp, I guess that comes out backwards, but it is Blue Ridge Banjo Camp. One of the little lagniappes. Right now, just water in it, but it often contains coffee. Anyway, so I just said play one in E after you do one in B, which makes sense because your fifth string is here. I once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. She showed me her room, isn't it good? Norwegian wood. She asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere. So I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a chair. I sat on her rug, biding my time, drinking her wine. We talked until 2, and then she said, it's time for bed. She told me she worked in the morning and started to laugh. I told her I didn't and crawled off to sleep in the bath. And when I awoke, I was alone. This bird had flown. So I lit a fire. Isn't it good? Norwegian wood. you go. A little bit of Beatles music for you on this beautiful Wednesday. The weather is finally cleared here on the central coast of California. I hope you are all doing well, whether you're stuck in your homes most of the time, as I am right now, or if you have a job that requires you to be out there. And so just be safe out there. I know we're all in danger, at all times, but there's no need taking extra chances, right? Many years ago, I had this opportunity to go to Israel, and it was I just emailed. I saw that there was a folk festival, and I emailed them and said, "Hey, I'm a banjo player, and I live in Washington D.C., and I'll come and play. If you got a gig, I'll come." And Menachem Vinograd wrote me back and said, "We'll book you for this, and you bring your CD, and you can sell all the product you can sell and keep the money, and you will be the headliner at our folk festival." He said, "But if you get in touch with an agency called Arts International, which promotes travel overseas for musicians, if you get in touch with them and you get on their roster and they are willing to pay for your expenses, your trip over here, then instead of just making this deal where you sell your product, if your travel is paid for, which now he said he would not have to pay for, then he would book me for like 2 weeks in Israel and go play around the country." And I said, "Well, what the heck?" And that's what I did. And of course, if you know my story, then you know that Arts International ended up booking me. Well, or sponsoring the tour. So then Menachem had me scheduled at all these folk festivals. So I think the festival was in May, and it was getting near the end of March, right around this time of year, I think in 2002. I honestly don't remember the year right now. But so I get this. Well, my family was not into it. They didn't think it was a good idea for me to go because at that time, if you might recall, there was a time when Yasser Arafat was trapped in his bunker, essentially, and Israel wanted to capture him without killing him. And so they were just like surgically taking apart this bunker one piece at a time, military wise, like it was under attack. And people were getting bombed in Israel. There were bombs going off in public places. And so folks were kind of advising Americans not to go over there, not just my family, but the State Department and other folks. And so one day I was on the way to a gig somewhere. I just scratched myself. Oh my God. Anyway, I was on my way to a gig somewhere, and and NPR. I was listening to the radio, and it was talking about this thing going on in Israel, and the State Department telling Americans that it's not a good time to travel. And the thing was still a month or a month and a half away, 6 weeks, and it was getting time when I really had to commit yes or no. And I was thinking, how can I do this? How can I go there? It's so dangerous. I'm at such risk. It could really go bad. Oh my God. And then I kind of came to kind of like went from my own thinking into paying attention to what I was doing. And what I was doing was driving at 60 miles an hour on the Beltway in the rain with traffic around me. And I thought, I'm in more danger right now of getting killed than I would be going to Israel for 2 weeks. So I went there and I had a whale of a time. Played at the embassy for the chief of mission, and that ended up getting me a performance in Panama in front of the newly elected president at the time. A couple of years later, so it was all a plus, all a plus. I got to see family. I got to see the old city of Jerusalem and all that. So there you go. There's my story. I'm sticking to it. Jeff, not backwards. Yay. I play terrible in front of video and have to get the. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Jeff. My eyes are a little bad at reading type. I suppose I could get the readers. Wow, this thing is giving me trouble for the first time ever. For those of you who have never seen it before, and I don't know if we've got this much detail, but on every fret from here to here, I have little railroad spikes installed by the Gearing Company. And this is kind of there we go. There's the standard. And they are what you use to capo this string here. You actually put the string under, and there it is at a B flat instead of a G. So if I want to play in B flat now, I can do it. And would you like me to play in B flat? Why, I guess I will. Why not? Who's that? Hello? Greg Padgett. Hello. How you doing, buddy? Are you here now? He subscribed. I can close that. Awesome. Well, hi, Greg. Actually, going from E to B flat is kind of it's pretty rough on the ear because it's this. That was my favorite Martian, done very badly. Panama Red, Panama Red, he'll steal your woman, then he'll rob your head. Panama Red, Panama Red, on his white horse, Mescalito, he comes breezing through town. Bet your woman's up in bed with old Panama Red. The judge don't know when Red's in town. He keeps well hidden underground. Everybody's acting lazy, falling out and hanging around. My woman said, Danielle, you're acting crazy like a clown. Nobody feels like working. Panama Red is back in town. Panama Red, Panama Red, he'll steal your woman, then he'll rob your head. Panama Red, Panama Red, on his white horse, Mescalito, he comes breezing through town. Bet your woman's up in bed with old Panama Red. Everybody's looking out for Red, for they know he satisfies. Girls all love to listen to him sing and tell sweet lies. When things get too confusing, no, I'm better off in bed. I'll be searching all the joints in town for Panama Red. Panama Red, Panama Red, he'll steal your woman and he'll rob your head. Panama Red, Panama Red, on his white horse, Mescalito, he comes breezing through town. Bet your woman's up in bed with old Panama Red. Everybody's looking out for Red. I already did that, didn't I? Oh well, because they know he satisfies. All the girls love to listen to him sing and tell sweet lies. When things get too confusing, you know I'm better off in bed. Searching all the joints in town for Panama Red. Panama Red, Panama Red. He'll steal your woman, then he'll rob your head. Panama Red, Panama Red. On his white horse, Mescalito, he comes cruising through town. Bet your woman's up in bed with old Panama Red. I'll bet your woman's up in bed with old Panama Red. There you go, a little bit of B flat with no capo. Hello, Greg. Great stuff. Thank you. Haven't heard this one since a long time ago. New Christie Minstrels. Wow. Okay. Oh, you might know Tony Baloney, and he and I were both in the Jackstraws, but he, years before that, was a New Christie Minstrel, or kind of a fill-in for them. Well, what's next, friends? A logical place to go from B flat is F. I just recently got reminded of this one by Pete Hicks, so I might as well do it right now. From Flat and Scruggs, Why Don't You Tell Me So? I can tell by the look in your eyes that you still care for me, but somehow you just won't admit. That's why I'm so lonesome, you see. Now if you have made up your mind, and if you still want me, you know, why do you keep me down? Why don't you tell me so? Well, each night there's tears upon my pillow. They're all because of you, I know. I can't go on this way. Why don't you tell me so? If you have made up your mind, if you still want me, you know, why do you keep me down? Why don't you tell me so? Well, there'll come a time, little darling, when you will want me, you know, but it will be too late for you to tell me so. Now if you have made up your mind, if you still want me, you know, why do you keep me down? Why don't you tell me so? Why do you keep me down? Why don't you tell me so? There we go. Why don't you tell me so, Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs? Somehow I think I would have more than 4 viewers if I was doing this properly on my Facebook, wouldn't I? I think more people would see it. I'm trying to drive traffic to the YouTube, but maybe I need to be doing the Facebook first. What do you think, Jeff? I was an illustration student. Okay. Huh. Well, the New Christie Minstrels had many people over the years. It was one, if you saw A Mighty Wind, at least one of those acts was kind of based on the New Christie Minstrels, where there was kind of a leader organization, and they would hire young talented singers and guitarists and instrumentalists to kind of do a program that they put together. So Greg, you do recommend. So Greg here recommends that maybe I try to get on the Facebook thing. So let me try this again. And you who are watching on YouTube, all 5 of you or 4, I apologize for a minute, but I am trying to drive some traffic and get some hits here, and also, frankly, raise a little bit of funds, if I may be so blunt. So I'm going to go to my homepage here, the Dan Mazer one, and see if I can just go live right here. Aha. Go live. 3, 2, 1. Hey, I am going live on Facebook at the same time. All right. Well, how about that? But am I now going to have to toggle between the two to see the comments so I know who's saying what where? That could be a problem, but I think I can deal with it. All right. Well, there we go. I'm now streaming on Facebook and on YouTube at the same time. So if you're watching me on Facebook, welcome. If you're watching me on YouTube, thanks for sticking it out here with me for a couple of minutes. I've been on for an hour already, and I realized that I had not yet tried this going live from my personal page. I would really rather go to BanjerDan and rather go to YouTube, but for now, I think this is the way to go. Welcome, everybody. Let me get back to work here. Play some more Scruggs music. It could work. Yes, it works. Yay! Wow! Banjos rock! There we go. I think I can change the angle here a little bit. Howdy, friends. And now I get to toggle back and forth and try to see what my Facebook peeps are saying at the same time. I hope this works. Am I, oh no, do I have to stay on this page to keep broadcasting? Is that what's going on here? I think so. And so, this is working on your personal page. There we go. Wow. Okay. Well, here we go. And so, but I think that the comments are the same, aren't they? No, they're not. But so, folks, if you are watching on Facebook and you want to make a request or ask me a question or just comment, say hello, whatever, please go to my YouTube page and comment there, because I don't want to spend my time toggling back and forth. It seems silly, but I'm going to try to figure out to get all this stuff consolidated now that I have time with nothing to do but consolidate my stuff. So there we go, and do some writing and practicing and all that other good stuff. And with that, back to work. As I walked in the Wayside Tavern, the smell of drink was in the air. I set my money on the counter. This pretty maid was standing there. My thoughts, they drifted so far from me as I gazed upon her lovely face. I knew she was my kind of woman. No one could ever take her place. I said, when work and hours are over, I'd surely love to see you home. She said, young man, that is my pleasure. And soon we found ourselves alone. And then our arms went round each other. I felt a knife stick in her back. She turned and saw her lover running and said his name was Barnum Jack. You got me. Well, here I am tonight in prison, but I think about the one so fair. I met that night in the Wayside Tavern, and the smell of drink was in the air. She did not know her lover followed. She did not know her was around until the fate of death had struck her, and now she sleeps beneath the ground. Now here I am alone in prison, thinking about the one so fair. I met that night at the Wayside Tavern, and the smell of drink was in the air. And there you have it, friends. The Girl at the Wayside Tavern. Any of you Facebook friends, did you see my 300 song list of songs and want me to play something, I think I'm going to do a Chris Christopherson. And what the heck, see if I can jump between here. I think they've tied somehow the same. Smiling Sun. Thank you, Smiling Sun. I can't tell who's actually still here and who isn't. Let me see what happens if I do this. Oh, okay. This might be helpful. So the Facebook page doesn't tell me who is here necessarily. Hi, Marcy Blacker. All right, I'm going back to my YouTube. And remember, comment on my YouTube page so I see your requests. Ask me a question. I'll probably lie in the answer, but maybe I won't. I promise you some Christopherson. How do we contribute to the, oh, well, gosh, how do we contribute to the music? I'm glad you asked. I have created a couple of handy dandy guides, and yes, lost all my income, as many entertainers did when this coronavirus thing happened, and I'm teaching online if any of you are interested. And as I do these performances on Wednesdays and Sundays, so I have something to do that I don't lose my mind completely, I do have a Venmo page. I hope it's coming up correctly on as you look at it, because as I look at it, it's backwards. You can look at, oh, look at that. I can turn it around that way, and I see it correctly. At Dan-Mazer, M-A-Z-E-R-1, at Dan-Mazer-1. And in case you all are seeing it straight, Venmo at Dan-Mazer-1. And then for PayPal, I have, it's under my email address, which is dan@banjerdan.net. And that's where you can also subscribe to my email list, etc., etc. Here it is backwards. I didn't even realize it was going to work that way, but if you're seeing it backwards as well. And I sure appreciate anything you care to throw into my virtual tip jar. And please don't forget that there are other musicians out there doing the same thing right now. Some who are gracious enough just to have stuff they can throw out there and not worry about it. And others of us are trying to continue an income stream that's disappeared for the moment. And I certainly appreciate you mentioning that, Greg, because I forget to do it. So I just mentioned Chris Christopherson. What a writer, what a person, what a career. All of my Atascadero people and San Luis Obispo County people, I'm going to do a song that I associate with the good old Last Stage West, which is now once again the halfway station. But Tom Passon and I and Amber Scott, we all tried to run that thing together. We did the best we could, but had to sell. And Tom, who was our kind of little Buddha, he would say all the time, this is the best of all possible worlds. We actually went and looked it up to find the derivation of it. Steve Key asked me to do a Chris Christopherson tribute show. And when I found out that Chris Christopherson has a song called The Best of All Possible Worlds, I had to learn it. And I had to dedicate it to Tom Passon. And I'm going to do it for you right now after taking a sip from my Blue Ridge Banch Camp thermos. Water. Those of you who are into banjo stuff will notice that once again I'm playing without a capo, this time in the key of A, not the K of E, the key of A. was running through the summer rain, trying to catch that evening train and kill that old familiar pain running through my tangled brain. But when I tipped my bottle back, I smacked into a cop I didn't see. That policeman said, "Mr. Cool, if you ain't drunk, then you're a fool." I said, "If that's against the law, tell me why I never saw a man in that there jail of yours wasn't just as low down poor as me." Well, that was when someone turned out the lights, and I wound up in jail to spend the night and dream of all the wine and lonely girls in this best of all possible worlds. Well, I woke up next morning feeling like my head was gone and like my thick old tongue was licking something sick and wrong. I told the man I'd sell my soul for something wet and cold as that'll sell. Oh, that kindly jailer grinned at me, all eaten up with sympathy. He went and got another beer and came and whispered in my ear, "If booze was just a dime a bottle, boy, you couldn't even buy the smell." I said I knew there was something I like about this town, but it'll take more than that to bring me down, down, down. 'Cause there's still a lot of wine and lonely girls in this best of all possible world. Yeah. Well, they finally came and told me they were gonna set me free, and I'd be leaving town if I knew what was good for me. I said it's nice to learn that everybody's so concerned about my health. I said I won't be leaving no more quicker than I can, 'cause I've enjoyed about as much of this as I can stand. And I don't need this town of yours more than I've never needed nothing else. 'Cause there's still a lot of drinks that I ain't drunk, and lots of pretty thoughts that I ain't thunk. But there's still a lot of wine and lonely girls in this best of all possible world. There's still a lot of wine and lonely girls in this best of all possible world. Okay, there you go. Best of all possible worlds. Check this out, friends. My little friend for the past 15 years who showed up in my life right after my dogs died. This is Honey. Her name is Honey. Her full name is Miss Hun Hun McBun Bun McBoo. There she is. She doesn't like being on TV, but she wants us to go out. And she, unlike Pozo, is old and smart enough not to go to the road. So I'm going to let her out. And that gives me an excuse to put the banjo down for a minute and get out the guitar and maybe play you guys a ballad. What do you think? Ha! On the banks of the river, where the willows hang down, and the wild birds all warble with a low morning sound. Down in the hollow where the waters run cold, it was there I first listened to the lies that you told. Now I lie on my bed and I see your sweet face. The past I remember, time cannot erase. The letter you wrote me, it was written in shame. And I know that your conscience still echoes my name. Now the nights are so long, Lord, sorrow runs deep, and nothing is worse than a night without sleep. I walk out alone and look at the sky, too empty to sing, too lonesome to cry. If the ladies were blackbirds and the ladies were thrushes, I'd lie there for hours in the chilly cold marshes. If the ladies were squirrels with high bushy tails, I'd fill up my shotgun with rock salt and nails. Well, if I'm going to play guitar, I might as well angle the things so that you can see it, right? Go down a little bit. This is all a work in progress, friends. We will figure it out together, just as we figured it out together way, way, way back when there were so few of us, and yet we learned how to survive in the open savanna. We learned how to cooperate, how to hunt, how to tenderize meat with stones so that we could eat. There wasn't as much plant matter available, so we had to learn how to hunt and eat a lot of meat. And we learned from the dogs how to do that. We stole from them, and of course they killed us, as many of it as they could. And but because we were able to eat the meat, our brains got bigger. And then the more empathetic we were, because we cooperated to get the meat away from the dogs, we learned how to hunt cooperatively, eventually using fire to get the brains even bigger. So we will get through this all together. That's what I'm saying. We've done worse. We've done it before. And we've always got music. She long, she tall, she's 6 feet from the ground. She's long, she's tall, she's 6 feet from the ground. She's tailor-made, she ain't no hand-me-down. She got eyes like diamonds and her teeth shine just the same. Got eyes like diamonds and her teeth shine just the same. She's got sweet ruby lips and hair like a horse's mane. Yodeling. Every time I see a woman, you're always out on the street. Every time I see a woman, always out on the street. See you hanging out on the corner like a policeman on the beat. Yodeling. All right, there we go. What's it say here? Doing great, BanjerDan, but I gotta go. Okay, well, thanks, Greg. Good to see you, brother. I'm gonna switch to the what do you call it? Facebook feed here. Jeff, hey, do I know Redwood Hill? I do know that one. Abby says, Fixer says holler, but not hollow. Learn how to talk. I'd rather be in some dark holler where the sun don't never shine. All right, Andy, I'll say holler. I am a Yankee. I admit to my Yankeeness and Yankee-tude. Do I know Redwood Hill? Let's see what key I do that in. I climbed Redwood Hill, it was on one up with my nature for a Redwood Hill. I guess I'll do it in G. And I guess I'll do it on the banjo. For those of you, yes, I have to scratch my nose. I'm sorry, friends. I could do a whole dissertation on the fact that touching the face and other grooming behaviors are very, very deeply ingrained in us as social animals. All these face controlling muscles used to control our whiskers back in the way back. So when we're nervous or any other kind of thing, we're always kind of touching ourselves and reassuring. It's the same grooming behavior. And if we were together in big groups, we would touch each other and reassure, and there'd be hugs and stuff. And then every now and then you actually do have an itch, you see? And then I guess you just don't use your finger to scratch it. And I guess that's it. Hey, Rick, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. I just got a request to do Redwood Hill, so that's what I'm doing. And you folks on the Facebook, on the YouTube screen, I'll go check you out in a minute and see what you have to say. But here we go. This is a song by Gordon Lightfoot that I learned from the Country Gentleman, of course, Redwood Hill. I climbed the redwood hill. It was on a windy night to rise above the clouds and talk with Mother Nature for a while. She told me of her love for the children in her trust and of her great concern for the likes of you and me and us. Crying though she was, she did speak these tender words. The things that I am, I could not change for any man. I tried to comfort her, oh, but she would not be still. And how the rain did fall as I found my way back down the redwood hill. Crying though she was, she did speak these tender words. The things that I am, I could not change for any man. I tried to comfort her, oh, but she would not be still. How the rain did fall when I found my way back down the redwood hill. I'll not forget the night I heard Mother Nature cry on Redwood Hill. There we go, Redwood Hill. I haven't done that in a long time. Thanks for requesting that. What do you say, Rick, when I think of stick with a couple of Gordon Lightfoot and let's hit us with another one. I try not to play any artist 2 songs in a row. It's one of my little rules. Also try not to play songs in two songs in the same key in a row if I can avoid it. Sometimes I can't. But I'll get back to a Gordon Lightfoot. I know 1 or 2 more of his, not many. Howdy, Toby. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for showing up. Let me see if someone on YouTube has requested something else. Greg's taking out Jeff. Thank you for Redwood Hill, brother. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Jeff. All right. So what's next, friends? Question, comment, request? Am I going to think of everything myself? I can show you behind me the Hank 3 thing. That's pretty cool. When I was on the road with Hank 3 and the Wayward Drifters, this was one of the incredible posters that got made for it. And a friend of ours in Texas, and I'm so terrible with names, I'm just so sorry that I can't remember, framed this for me. And you can see all the members of the Wayward Drifters and Hank 3's band signed it. And you'll notice the little pentagram on the head of the Deliverance Boy. The inside story on that is that when Hank 3 did these posters and gave them to his friends, he made the Deliverance Boy into one of Charles Manson's kids, which of course meant that he put a swastika on the heads of all the kids, which might have been hilarious to some people in 2005. I was in the band, the opening act, and so I just dealt with it. But Hank 3 is a sensitive guy. He's a smart man. And really, I got a lot of respect for Shelton. Anyway, so for this one, instead of a swastika, he gave me a pentagram on the head. So there you go. And by the way, Wicca and Illuminati and Kabbalah and all that stuff, just another man-made mythology. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And if it's for real, I can't do a damn thing about it anyway. So the heck with them, right? In fact, haha, I had a request for this last time and I forgot to play the guys in the suits and ties. So here we go. One that I wrote my own self a long time ago. I'll send this one out to the profiteers, not just the profiteers like the lady I saw on Twitter who bought all the toilet paper and paper towels and napkins in a dollar store and just went off with them probably to sell them at a profit somewhere. And the hand sanitizer guy, not just those two people, but also those senators and the folks who are sold their stock at such a convenient time to make a quick buck. So here's how I feel about that. When you're dealing with the guys in the suits and ties, money talks. When you're looking for an answer in their cold, flat eyes, bullshit walks. If I could find my way back to the days of my youth, when life was just a search for beauty and truth, I'd stay far from the guys in the suits and ties. In the office all day, you start to lose touch with what is real, when the only thing you think about all day long is the next deal. You're trapped in a box breathing old stale air. You run your fingers through your graying hair, and you're surrounded by the guys in the suits and ties. When I was young, I swore I'd never live that life. And now I'm tied to a mortgage and a car in the arms of a loving wife. So I have to leave my kids to go and chase $1. My neck begins to chafe in its starched white collar, 'cause I'm one of the guys in the suits and ties. When I was in school, I wouldn't follow the rules. I didn't want to live that way. But later on I thought all I wanted could be bought. I believed the things that money had to say. Now I get my vacation and we go away for 2 short weeks. But no matter where we go, I just can't find the peace I seek. At the end of the summer, I still can't relax, and the doctor gives me pills for my aching back, 'cause I'm living with the guys in the suits and ties. So the companies use me till I'm all worn out. I've got nothing more. So they'll throw me a party and they'll say, well done. Now here's the door. I'll get a pension and a watch and the time to dream about all the things that might have been. And I'll be buried in a suit and tie. Roar! little bit of righteous indignation on that one, huh, friends? Good thing I'm all alone. I will wash my filthy hands and all that later on. Howdy, Abe. Good to see you, brother. Nice to see some folks. The Facebook screen does not tell me how many of you are here, but I sure am glad to see those of you who are here. Thank you. If you want to request a song, please do. I can toggle back and forth on the YouTube and the Facebook, so let me know. Rawr! Oh, good. Yes, indeed, Abe. That is a good angry song. I've got another angry song that was written by Woody Guthrie. Here's Woody's version of The Guys in the Suits and Ties, I suppose. I'm trying to get back far enough that you can hear me as well. Hello, Robin. Be overwhelmed by drunk DJ feeds. This is the first music live feed I've actually joined in weeks. Watch it, Dan. How you doing, Robin? Good to see you, brother. I should do the masochism tango just for you, shouldn't I? Let's see you nod your head all the way over there. The story you told me about the incident that you witnessed at Spanky's, holy cow. Holy cow, brother. That's one of my favorite stories ever from the burn. Woody Guthrie. Oh, my name is Tom Cranker, and I'm a jolly banker. I'm a jolly banker am I. I safeguard the farmers and the widows and the orphans, singing I'm a jolly banker am I. When the dust storms are sailing and crops they are failing, I'm a jolly banker am I. I'll check on your shortage and bring down your mortgage, singing I'm a jolly banker am I. When money you're needing, 'cause mouths you are feeding, I'm a jolly banker am I. I'll plaster your home with a furniture loan, singing I'm a jolly banker am I. If you show me you need it, I'll let you have credit. I'm a jolly banker am I. Just bring me back two for each one that I lend you, singing I'm a jolly banker am I. When your car you're losing and sadly you're cruising, I'm a jolly banker am I. I'll come and foreclose, get your car and your clothes, singing I'm a jolly banker am I. When the bugs get your cotton and times they are rotten, I'm a jolly banker am I. I'll come down to help you, I'll rake you and scalp you, singing I'm a jolly banker am I. When the landlords abuse you and sadly misuse you, I'm a jolly banker am I. I'll send down the police chief to keep you from mischief. We see you in there. Yes, we do. Big brother is watching you. I'm a jolly banker am I. Everyone sing together. Hello, my name is Tom Cranker, and I am a jolly banker. I'm a jolly banker am I. I safeguard the farmers and the widows and the orphans, singing I am a jolly banker am I. Singing I am a jolly banker am I. I'm too big to fail, jolly banker am I. There we go. Howdy, Mark. Good to see you, brother. Watching me on YouTube for 30 minutes, but I couldn't log in to comment. Interesting. You can subscribe to the page and then log in? Interesting. I guess I could go to my, I also have a Dan Mazer page on YouTube with 7 subscribers. I'm working on it, folks. I'm trying to drive my YouTube to be my main presence that will also share to all my other platforms so that I can become a content creator and maybe, you know, Patreon or one of those things. Right now, I'm just kind of depending upon showing you all that I'm still trying to make a living with lessons and performances. If you like what I do, please throw a couple of dollars into the virtual tip jar. Venmo at Dan-Mazer-1. Venmo at Dan-Mazer-1. PayPal under my email address, dan@banjerdan.net. BanjerDan.net, not .com. And if you have a, hi Anita. So any requests, any comments, any questions about technique or history or opinions, I don't care. I'll you know, tell you anything that's on my mind. On YouTube, Jeff, thank you for Redwood Hill. You're welcome. So what do we got on Facebook? Any good ideas? I said I'd play the Masochism Tango for Ramen, didn't I? This is some grown-up material by the incredible Tom Lehrer. I should have to say no more. You remember it now. I ache for the touch of your lips, dear, but much more for the touch of your whips, dear. You can raise welts like nobody else as we dance to the masochism tango. Let our love be a flame, not an ember. Say it's me that you want to dismember. Blacken my eye, set fire to my tie as we dance to the masochism tango. At your command, before you here I stand. My heart is in my hand. Ugh. It's here I'll always be. My heart entreats, just hear those savage beats, and go put on your cleats and come and trample me. Take your cigarette from its holder and burn your initials in my shoulder. Fracture my spine and swear that you're mine as we dance to the masochism tango. You caught my nose in your left castanet, love. I can feel the pain yet, love, every time I hear drums. And I envy the rose that you held in your teeth, love, with the thorns underneath, love, sticking into your gums. Your heart is hard as stone or mahogany. That's why I'm in such exquisite agony. My soul is on fire. It's a flame with desire, which is why I perspire when we tango. Bash in my brain and make me scream with pain. Then kick me once again and say we'll never part. I know too well I'm underneath your spell. So darling, if you smell something burning, it's my heart. Excuse me. Your eyes cast a spell that bewitches. The last time I needed 20 stitches to sew up the gash you made with your lash as we dance to the masochism tango. There we go, friends. If you've never heard that one before, I hope it wasn't too shocking for you. But oh my gosh. I see I have a couple of playa friends here, so we all know what goes on. And we all know that Omish on the playa is just a little too inhibited to go for all the playa has to offer. But I sure enjoy myself at the burn year after year after year, that's for sure. I kept saying I wasn't coming back, and I keep going back. I'd rather be in some dark holler where the sun don't ever shine than to be here alone and knowing that you're gone would cause me to lose my mind. So blow your whistle, freight train, carry me farther on down the track. I'm going away, I'm leaving today. I'm going, but I ain't coming back. I'd rather be in some dark hollow where the sun don't ever shine than to be Lord in New York City. Home of pace salsa. It would cause me to lose what's left of my mind. So blow your whistle, freight train, carry me farther on down the track. I'm going away, I'm leaving today. I'm going, but I ain't coming back. I'm going away from this dark holler, I'm leaving today. I'm going, but I ain't coming back. Whew! All right. I can't tell who's here on Facebook. Someone say hello. Someone let me know that you're there. Don't worry, I'll wash these filthy hands after touching my hair. So I think I might want to close this thing behind me. What do you think? I think so. Cut down on the glare from back there, right? Didn't help much. Turn on a hideous fluorescent light on the other side. Helps a little bit. Howdy, friends. Who's there? Robin, you still there? What happens in Spanky stays in Spanky's. No, you told me a story, pal. It was quite the story. One of the best things I've ever heard about at Burning Man. Not the strangest thing I've seen there, but stranger, well, I don't know, the rickshaw that Andy and I saw in 2014. Radar, if you're still there, Fixer, if you're still there, do you remember the rickshaw from 2014, when we were being driven on the art car, and I could not play steady because every time we hit a damn bump, I lost my right hand? But do you remember the rickshaw? Answer me that. And I'll pick one for you. The Alabama Jubilee. Hey there, Chip. How you doing, buddy? You're here, been watching. Awesome. Nice to see you. I believe you took off for a foreign country, didn't you? Foreign from here. Country Music Nation. Well, it's live now. They're not watching me. Huh. Well. Friends, I see that I've been here for 2 hours now. And if I look on my YouTube screen, I see one person, which is probably me. And here on my Facebook page, I cannot tell how many people are watching. But having been here for 2 hours and feeling a little raw, and also not wanting to overextend myself or, what am I trying to say? I don't want to overexpose and bore you. I can go on and on and on and on and on and on. I love to perform. I love songs. I know 300 of them. I know tall tales. I've been around the country. I can tell stories. But I think for now I'm going to play 2 more songs, maybe 3 at the most. Remind you again, there's my PayPal, dan@banjerdan.net, and my Venmo, a little more complicated, uses my name @Dan Mazer, Dan-Mazer, Mazer -1. And thank you, Rick, for saying that. And I'm going to get to Costa Rica. Don't worry, next year. Keep going, bro. Oh, you guys want me to keep playing? Well, I'll do a few more. Anyway, where was I going with that? I don't know. I was going to play another song, that's for sure. The previous one was in C, and this is in A minor. It's almost like being in the same key, but what the heck. This one goes out to all my fellow jackstraws, or anyone who remembers me from my San Diego days. If any of you remember me from those San Diego days, write a comment on my Facebook, because that's the one I'm looking at right now. Make a request. So here's one of the oldest songs I know, The Diamond, the Bonnie Ship, The Diamond. Oh, the diamond is the ship, me lads, through the Davis Straits she's bound, and the key it is all garnished with bonny lasses round. The captain gives the orders to sail the ocean wide, and the sun it never sets, me lads, though darkness fills the tide. And it's cheer up, me lads, that your hearts never fail. And the bonny ship, the Diamond, goes fishing for the whale. All along the quay at Peterhead, the lassies stand around, with their shawls all pulled about them, and the salt tears running down. Now don't you weep, my pretty miss, though you'll be left behind, for the rose it'll bloom on Greenland's ice before we change our minds. And it's cheer up, me lads, that your hearts never fail. And the bonny ship, the Diamond, goes fishing for the whale. Here's a health to the resolution, likewise the Eliza Swan. Here's a health to the Battle of Montrose and that bonny ship of fame. We wear the trousers of the white and the jackets of the blue. When we return to Peterhead, we'll have sweethearts anew. And it's cheer up, me lads, that your hearts never fail. And the bonny ship, the Diamond, goes fishing for the whale. Oh, it'll be bright both day and night when the Greenland boys come home. We'll have a ship that's full of oil and money to our names. We'll make the cradles for to rock and the blankets for to tear. And every lass in Peterhead sings hush-a-bye, my dear. And it's cheer up, me lads, that your hearts never fail. And the bonny ship, the Diamond, goes fishing for the whale. And the bonny ship, the Diamond, goes fishing for the whale. There you go, a sea shanty. There's another one that I used to do with the Jackstraws called The Golden Vanity, and I looked that one up. It's one of the child ballads, so that's also very old. I have not looked up the bonny ship, the Diamond. I was told where the Davis Straits is, and I forgot. I think it's in the North Sea somewhere. But shame on you, banjo player, for not knowing the history. Pete Seeger would have been able to tell you every little detail about that song. Yes, he would have. Yes, he should have. Yes, he could have. Any other comments? Any other questions? Any other requests? Looking at a message here. What's that say? Hey, Mark Berman, are you watching? I'm going to type that to him. Ah. Mark, if you're on here, write me and say hi. By Jingo. By Jehoshaphat. As Jack Santon used to say, by the halls of Ecclesiastes. Yeah, I see you there, Mark. So don't pop up on my screen in front of me. Robin. Davis Strait, French Detroit de Davis, is a northern arm of the Labrador Sea. It lies between Midwestern Greenland and Nunavut, Canada, Baffin Island. Well, I am baffled by that. Thank you, Robin. See what you learn. I see. Because I start at 3 p.m. Western time. That's 6 p.m. Eastern time, and that's when the briefings are. And I understand. I had to choose some time, and I figured 3 o'clock was good enough. And the fact that the briefings happen at that moment, I can always go back and watch the briefings on YouTube, and so can anyone else. So I don't believe that there's any critical information going to come out that I need to know in the next, 20 minutes or hour, or whatever it is. So I understand that it's a scheduling conflict. I understand, but I'm only going to be doing it Wednesdays and Sundays. Okay. And with that, I'm going to go to the key of D. Why? Because I can. Nestled in the heart of the Tennessee hills, midst peaceful pines and the rocks and the rills, there stands my old homestead of long, long ago. Brings back fond memories of one that I love so. I courted a maiden so sweet and so fair, with heavenly eyes and chestnut brown hair. Speaking of which, hello, Megan. She promised to love me and said she'd be mine, but I went away, leaving her far behind. I'll tell you the reason that I left her there, to roam this old world with its sorrow and care. I saw her one night in the arms of a man. They were hugging and kissing like true lovers can. I went to my home with a heart full of woe, packed my belongings, determined to go. For many long years, this old world I did roam, with thoughts of my darling, my sweetheart, my own. While dining one night in a little country town, a stranger came in and he chanced to sit down. While talking of old loves, I happened to find that his sister was that old sweetheart of mine. When he'd heard my story to me, he then said, the one that you loved has a long time been dead. She waited so patient for you to return. Why you had left her, she never did learn. Now I am the man who you saw that fateful night, wrapped in the arms of my sister so tight. She loved you dearly, but you broke her heart. Poor stranger, from her evermore you must part. All right, friends. So I think I have given it all I want to give it for today. I want to thank you for hanging out with me. I'm going to do my final two numbers that I always do to close my show. I want to thank you all very much, especially obviously those of you who care to contribute to my Venmo, those of you who book me for shows and festivals over the years, those who throw money in my tip jar when I'm at those same gigs. I do have my virtual tip jar today. Thank you for that. Please remember that while you support me with that, that there are also other musicians out there and people with Patreons and YouTube channels who are all trying to get by during this time. So, of course, I'm very grateful for any money that you give me. And I spend that money into the economy, and I hope you'll also share some of it with other musicians. By the way, I sponsor at least 2 people on Patreon with a couple of bucks a month. So I try to put what money I have where my mouth is. Those of you who have seen me over the past several years know that on my shows these last, I'd say for 3 years now. I've been closing every show by playing Less and Less by Tim O'Brien, followed by The Longer You Live with BanjerDan. Both of those songs are so relevant always, and certainly relevant now. And I'll send this one out to the toilet paper and hand sanitizer profiteers. You folks are only this much worse than the war profiteers, okay? Those of you who bought all the toilet paper and all the hand sanitizer want to sell it on YouTube. John Duffy used to say, guess what I'm hiding behind here? He also used to say, guess what this is? And if you don't know, I'll tell you in person sometime. Meanwhile, the rest of us know that we prosper together by sticking together, by helping each other. And that's the way it is. That's the way it's always been with humanity. Don't let tribalism, don't let politics, and especially don't let religion get in the way of your clear thinking and doing what's best for yourself and everybody else by helping your fellow human being, by opening up the empathy that's naturally there, because it's part of who we are, empathetic, sympathetic creatures. Help each other out, and that way you help yourself out and everyone else, okay? Love you guys. I love Tim O'Brien for writing this song. Less and Less. I try to travel around with less and less. I've tried them all, and the simple way is the way that's best. I save a lot of time not having to choose what color shirt to wear or which pair of shoes. Don't need a guitar to sing my song. Wherever I land, I'll always get along. I mean, up and down the road a time or two, I guess. Now I try to travel around with less and less. I had a woman once, she was not my wife. I took a long detour on that road of life. I carried that weight, it nearly broke my back. Almost lost the ones I love, getting back on track. I wasted lots of time and I still feel the pain. Made a vow that I won't go through that again. I mean, up and down the road a time or two, I guess. Now it's time to travel around with less and less. Coffee in the morning, roll a joint at night. A meal somewhere in the middle, I think I'll be alright. I've got my pride, I've got a smile to greet the day. I've got a friend or two to help me through when I lose my way. Thank you very much, friends. Don't need a guitar to sing my song. Wherever I land, I know I'll get along, thanks to you. I've been up and down the road a time or two, I guess. Now I try to travel around with less and less. I've been up and down the road a time or two, I guess. And now it's time to travel around with less and less. All right. Thank you, friends. I hope you're there. If you're here on Facebook, I can't tell how many are here. So please write a comment and say hello. Let me know you're there. I will be back on Sunday, 3:00 p.m. Western Time. Sorry, Mark Berman and other folks who tune in to other things. I understand completely why you do that. You can always come back here on Facebook and on YouTube. I believe my show is, this is going to be stored for a while, maybe permanently. I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to go through my archive of stuff from the Last Stage West. How you doing? Who's that? Ben Calvert. How you doing, brother? Just in time for my last song, unfortunately, but it's a doozy. It's a medley of my hit. Hope you like it, friends. Remember all the things that are important, and remember especially, wow, Banjos rock! Well, the longer you live, the more people you're gonna see die. And the longer you live, the more tears you're gonna cry. Well, the longer you live, the more you're gonna get sorrow and pain. So you might as well accept it, or else it just might drive you insane. Well, the longer you live, the more people gonna break your heart. And the longer you live, the more your body and your mind fall apart. Well, the longer you live, the more likely that you're gonna get hurt. And the longer you live, that's just the sooner you'll be under the dirt. That's why we dance now. Well, the longer you live, the more you see how they rig the game. And the longer you live, you see it always turns out the same. Well, the longer you live, the more you're tempted to give up and give in. But you're better off deciding to fight until the bitter end. You know why? Because the longer you live, the more babies you're gonna see born. Probably about 9 months from now. The longer you live, another sunrise and beautiful morn. Another night to gaze in wonder at the heavens above. And the longer you live, the more chances that you have to make love. 2, 3. Woo! Friends, hey, how you doing, Tanner? Good to see you, brother. Those of you who have seen me before know that I'm going to repeat the first verse. And wherever you are, in America or Panama or elsewhere, Israel, Europe, I will need you to shout the last couple of words of every line back at me. And then when I get to the line about going insane, please give me some insane laughter, won't you? Won't you give me some insane laughter, please? I know you will. gonna see die. And the longer you live, the more tears you're gonna cry. Gonna cry. Well, the longer you live, the more you're gonna feel heartache and pain. So you might as well accept it, or else it just might drive you insane. Yeah, you might as well accept it, or else it just might drive you insane. Yeah, you better just accept it, or else it just might drive you insane. Wow, Banjos rock! See you next Sunday, folks. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Thank you.